thing and then I'll read it home and then we'll start talking.
Yeah, I'm going to do my thing. So, you know, it's a beautiful day, a Thursday in Southern California in West Hollywood. And we're back here at the Silver Spoon. Bob Forster's back in his chair, so we've moved over a slot. And today, again, we have actor, poet extraordinaire Harry Northup. And sitting to his left is the always ebullient Don Sherman.
You realize it's the first time we've mentioned our names?
Maybe it is.
We never mentioned the names.
Yeah, well, you know.
remember.
Well, let's mention it again. Don Sherman, great guy, comedian, writer, screenwriter, scriptwriter.
They're doing our first or second show?
Yeah, I think we did.
Even the third one, because when I said David Lloyd Glover, fine artist, David said I'm painter.
That was
yesterday.
That was funny. He was talking about Pinter, the playwright. And he was saying he thinks months before he writes a line. And I was thinking, if I thought months, I'd forget the beginning while I was thinking of the end.
Yeah, I think so.
It's terrible for a writer like him to have Alzheimer's or something.
He was very spare. He was
Well, you know, Danny Arnold in Barney Miller once, I was in the teaser scene, and he forgot that he wrote the teaser scene, and he was writing the rest of the script upstairs in his office. And after the show was over, he said, I'm waiting to come back. He says, oh, I forgot you were in the movie.
the new DVD is out with Barney Miller.
Oh, really?
You should get it.
Oh, sure, the series is out.
Don
Sherman,
day.
Barney Miller.
Barney Miller, you were great. You were great in
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it is a beautiful. California, every day is a beautiful day.
It's gorgeous.
It's
Yeah.
a great day for a Harry Northup poem.
And I think that everybody here should realize, if you're watching this somewhere in the country, that we're sitting outside on a patio, and this is almost Halloween. I mean, this is Southern California at its best.
Every day is Halloween.
And that
Well,
brings
certainly
me-
in West Hollywood.
Well, on Monday there's going to be the parade here. So avoid Santa Monica because there's going to be a lot of traffic jams. Let me make one offering right now to begin.
Well, show us the cover of your book, Harry,
This is
so people
Bodies
know
Again
what.
Recline by Cahuenga Press, and I'm very thankful to Holly Prado, James Cushing, and Phoebe McAdams for their literary camaraderie. And this
Now,
is a poem.
is that available on Amazon, by
This
the
is
way?
available at Small Press Distribution up in Oakland. Just type in Where Bodies Again Recline, SPD.
Well, so you come to his house. Don't matter, day or night.
Or to your
There'll be
house?
somebody out the door,
Or,
back,
Skylight
a
Books.
garbage can.
Okay.
Skylight Books,
Skylight.
1818 North Vermont.
Okay, go for it.
Here's a poem entitled Like a Breeze, the Final Caress for Holly Prado North. A white tornado spins, drops rain, shines fire, wings with knives sheathed, revolving bone, white tree, golden highway. A crown nest revolving upward. Path shoots and two horizontal half circles meet. Waterfall wings. Tree-like motion spins. Red grapes clusters around golden center. Night with Stan Getz playing Alfie. Breeze. No high humidity. What a difference a day makes. What a difference a few degrees make. Golden cathedral, spinning top, lilacs, flowers trailing, flashlight shining down, sunflower with petals blowing up, arrows like jets rush round the circumference, many sunflowers strewn from shoulders, fires of them, golden Bach pipes, petals like fires rush up sides of canyons, double in height, waterfalls wide as ocean, recede in dawn's rosy light, propeller at center of valley, no shadow act nor arrows like thistle, still face, arrows like lightning, arrows shoot out in a diagonal fashion, buddies in war. Long white flame-like salamander, arrows like flags dance around perimeter. Fire glows at planets being eclipsed. Peacock tails spread. In gold wheat fields lit from above. At night, dark path, arrows shoot out from rectangle center. One golden ring around large black bird's long neck. Feathers dance. Arrows transform into golden circle. Bird flies upside down. Below, a golden boat, golden twisting serpent. Sunflower rushes forward with roses, fragile closing petals. Arrow departs like a breeze, the final caress.
Harry, are you better known as an actor or as the poet?
You know, I made a living as an actor, and I practice my craft. I both two parallel paths, but obviously, you know, film gets more attention, so most people know me as an actor. But in LA, I've been a member of the poetry community for 40 years. Here's my question to you right here now, Mr. Don. I read a poem about my wife, whom I love and whom I met
Don.
through poetry. Mr. Don.
In the Orient, they call you by your first name all the time.
Yeah, Philippines. Mr. Don, here's a question to you. I know you're coming up to celebrate your 50th wedding anniversary. How did you meet your lovely wife, Maiden?
Oh, I don't want to get into that.
Why not?
Oh, I gotta take such a trip back. I made never find my way back here. How did I meet her? I met her on a club date. Like a good comic should always meet a good dancer. Club date. We both were on the same job. And when I opened up the door of the car and I saw that pretty little face, I said, you know, you and I are never gonna not see each other. We're gonna marry. She said, oh, another comic, another night. But it's true. I met her and been with her ever since, and it's going to be 50 years pretty soon. And it seems like a day. It's wonderful. When a marriage is great, it's great. When it's not great, like, I don't know how people could be.
I remember I saw her perform her one-woman show recently. Well, I guess it was several months ago. And afterwards, I told her and you, I said, Maven is a shining light. And she was. She was radiant.
She is.
You know, she is.
Because she really loves what she's doing. She's been doing it since she's a child. And dances, I love hoofers. They're naturals. Actors become actors. Singers become singers. But you can't become a hoofer. You gotta be a hoofer.
Yeah.
They can't teach you to be a hoofer. They can't teach you to step.
Good luck with your
They
play.
can even teach you the technique or the step, but they can't teach that something that they have. Those people, it's just unbelievable. It's such a spirit that's the first thing in life. Is just to move their body. Everything else, war, peace, that they know is redundant. It'll happen over and over again. Why do they always have to have a war? Isn't it stupid already?
It's a
We're all
miracle.
going to die, and why do we have the Russians?
Well, you know why they do it? Because they keep America, the war machine. You know, Eisenhower said the industrial military complex, and now they do it for the money. I mean, that's one of our exports. We keep making all these war weapons. One good thing about it,
but we're not
is
the only ones
technical
making
superiority. But
Yeah.
let's get back to the man and woman thing.
Why?
Your wife and you, and David
You don't
and his
answer
lovely
any of my
wife Judy,
questions.
the
What is
miracle.
this, a dictatorial show?
You know
I never
why?
get an answer.
I'll tell you why. Because
he's
this.
got
No, here's this.
moving me along.
Kenneth
I wanna
Patchen,
stop right here.
Kenneth Patchen, who was a poet in California, years ago, he wrote in one of his poems. He said, "Until men," and he's not talking about sexuality. Until men learn to love each other, there will always be war.
You may not think he's talking about sex.
Huh?
Wait till he shuts the door. Once he shuts the door, he changes completely.
Everybody, men try to dominate each other and have force. They try to
They have to.
lust
But
for
they're
power.
killers. They're defenders. They're defenders of their home. They have to practice killing. You got to become, in order to become a good protector, you got to know how to kill. And in order to learn how to kill, you got to have a childhood. That's where they teach you first. But all of a sudden, you realize you can't fight back at all. And then you find out about crying. That's how it is. As an infant, all of a sudden they're pushing you around. You don't want to pee. They're forcing you to pee. You don't want to eat. They're making you eat. And then one day you go, and everything stops. You go, oh, hey, this is it. This is it. I was at easy pushovers. Now you come near the kid, he starts to cry, and he doesn't know what he wants now. He just found out crying. He gives him the attention, but he does not have an idea of what he wants to do with the attention yet. That takes another 75 years. About 76 birthdays. Oh, that's why I was crying when I wanted something, and he starts to cry. And the doctor comes running in. What is he crying about? He doesn't know. He never cried before. Now he's crying all the time. I don't understand that. They didn't marry a crying man. I married a man that was always laughing, and all of a sudden, 76, he's crying. Why are you crying? Doctor says, sir, why are you crying? So he keeps on crying. That's how it goes. And that'll only come if you just let your mind go.
Remember
Harry,
that-
I found out the object of our show, Dave. You ever
Okay.
say one word? I want to build the invisible voice. And
Yeah, the invisible voice.
is invisible.
Yeah.
But
I'm the nondescript
I
announcer.
was going to say something about Harry. I forgot it. Just look how fast I forgot
What
it.
is the essence of the show?
Oh yeah, the essence of the show is to relax Harry.
Yeah, but,
Is to get him to a point.
that's a
I
big
don't know.
undertaking to get Harry to
Don't you
relax.
notice that poets were the easiest ones? Have a drink. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come fill the cup, and then the fire of spring, and they're off.
I
Yeah.
relaxed. I didn't wear my cap today.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah, you're
noticed
laid
that.
back,
No, yeah, but it's
Harry.
over there. You know, in the show, but he has it. He's the most devoted
Still wearing
Dodger
my
fan.
Dodger blue.
He took me to a Dodger game that I was talking to people in 737s flying by. I said, "How's the flight?" 5. I said, "How's the game?" "Well, I think the first baseman just passed out. I don't know. Is he there or a bird died?"
Oh, so you're in the prime seats, obviously.
Yeah, way up.
Top deck. You know, you see the mountains. You know, Tommy Lasorda, the great cheerleader for the Dodgers, he speaks to his team every spring training. But he at USC spoke to the graduating class. He said, "I'm going to tell you 3 things I tell my spring training team." He said, "There are 3 types of people in the world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who say, 'What happened?' I want you guys to go out there and make things happen." So you have to be active. We're doing something good right here. You don't talk about war. If you channel your violent feelings and your rage and all that through creativity, that would be a benefit, right? But they don't do that.
You'd never be heavyweight champion in the world.
No,
Why did he cut it? Why did Tyson just tattoo his left eye?
only the left eye,
Yeah,
yeah.
has he ever given a reason for that?
I guess he's only partially committed to being a freak.
That voice you just heard was the golden voice of David Lloyd Glover, one of the greatest painters. It's not David Lloyd Glover.
Yes, it is. David Lloyd Glover.
Lloyd Glover. I
Lloyd
thought I
Glover.
was stealing from Lloyd Webber, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, David Lloyd George.
Did
Yeah.
you notice that on the day we sang "Happy Birthday" to you on that video? My son saw it, and at the bottom he said something about me and his baby, but then he also said "Happy Birthday, David."
I did see that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dylan, if you're watching this. So we're just getting, we got a couple of minutes left. So do we have another topic for the day?
In a couple of minutes, you can't cover much of it.
Yeah, we
Think
got
about
3 minutes.
California, if
In
I
the
may-
beginning, the Lord created.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous weather here today, to be redundant.
Yes, it is.
I feel good today. I shaved. You know, I always
That's
feel better
right.
when
You're,
I
you're
shave.
the clean-shaven
Sometimes I'm a
Harry
little too
Northup.
funky, but I feel good today. And you always look
Too
good. You
funky for
shave all the
what? Too
time.
funky for what? For what? What are we cutting our hair for?
Well,
I need a
So
haircut.
they just
well, I
look-
thought you were kind of getting ready for a part, an
Yeah.
audition.
People don't really trust somebody without a haircut.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's the first sign of they may have to lend them some money. First sign of need. People
Yeah.
don't want to see need in anybody. You want to see a guy pull up in a limousine, and that guy you like.
Yeah.
But a guy pulls up in a beat-up car, and it's still, you say, you look the other way because he might want a dime or a nickel. I think that's a question of need. I think friendship starts with need.
Yeah.
Remember the
Because
other
otherwise they don't even talk to you.
Remember the other day, Don, we were talking about the Old Testament, the New Testament, Judaism, and Christianity? Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yes.
Here's what I say, an eye for a tooth.
An eye for a tooth. That's what the toothless man said.
An eye for a
But the
toothless
blind
man.
guy says anything for an eye. Yes. Yes, that finger snap was the inimitable, glorious.
Well, that's right. We still are in a restaurant, in case anybody
What
wonders.
is the name of the restaurant?
It is the Silver Spoon Restaurant, Santa Monica
Yeah, it's
Boulevard.
very interesting.
Havenhurst and Santa
I'm
Monica.
surprised no one ever thought of it. I never heard it before, Silver Spoon. And yet that's a common phrase used so often.
Of course, yeah, for the nobility, the noble rich, the 1%.
Yeah.
Have the silver spoon.
No, that's
don't
the
they?
0.5% get a silver spoon.
Yeah.
Golden spoon.
Yeah, the 99% come to the silver
Golden
spoon,
spoon don't sound natural. So I guess you've heard it so much. I
like Goldman Sachs.
You know what I always say when people call me sir?
What?
You don't have to call me sir, you can call me emperor.
Emperor.
Emperor, sir.
Emperor, sir. Well,
Well, this is it,
it
guys.
looks like the steam's run out of the car.
That's right. And the time has come nigh. We're ready to
Say
close
goodbye.
down. Say goodbye for our program
Goodbye,
today.
David and Don.
Goodbye, Harry
That
Northup.
golden voice of David
And Don
will be
Sherman.
the last voice they hear.
Be the last voice you hear. Goodbye.